So when I was 12 years old, so this is when I was in sixth grade, you go and do your first like internship, but it's like a 3 day, like a weekend internship. And you go and you work full time for 3 days. For me it was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Um, just to experience what it is like to work and to have to value to have that value of what working means and what it is. We got there, this is a 12-year-old, like imagine, right? And this is in Japan, and I was the only one who looked different. So I was very shy. Um, so I'm like, hello, good morning, hello, we bow, like it's very normal to bow, like hello, morning. What can I do? You know, like you ask your manager, your supervisor, what are you gonna do? So I remember very clearly, the manager was like, um, change to these outfits, right? Like an apron and a hat. And you know, you have to organize the inventory, make it look nice, so that it's welcoming to the clients that come in. They come in very early, especially the ones to buy bread. And so, just we have to organize everything. And remember this super clearly. Remember, she said, to bow every time a client comes in and a client leaves. And I remember more than, this lesson, um, what struck me the most to this day is when our supervisor said, after she saw us bowing for the first few customers, saying hello and then welcome and, saying thank you. What stuck with me the most was the fact that after the customers left, she said, do you see? How did you feel when you bowed? And then we were like, I don't know. And she said, when you work, bowing is um, bowing for something that you didn't create. Bowing on behalf of a company is different bowing on behalf of yourself. So when you're part of a company and when you're part of this bakery, you have to bow on behalf of the bakery because you're part of the bakery. You're not one more. You're not here to do one thing. You're part of the unit. You're part of one. So you bow on behalf of a of this brand, of this company. So when you come in, you leave behind who you are on a personal level, and you come in to work as a unit, as part of this bakery. And when she said that, I was like, she was so serious, right? She was this like 25-year-old. I think she was 25. She looked 25. I don't know. Like 25-year-old, like woman that was telling us the importance of work and the importance of being part of um, this unit, this business, so that the customer, from the very beginning to the very end, the experience, right, from the very beginning to the very end, is seamless. This created the foundation for me to understand what customer service is. Um, and this, like, changed the way I viewed the world. This changed the way I viewed everything because this taught me the fundamental lesson in business, which was customer service. Um, and so that created the foundation for, my knowledge in business strategy. So today, I want to share with you the importance of customer service in your business. Let's get started.
Mommy, help me. Please.
So, Customer service. Um, a lot of times when small businesses think of customer service, or even big businesses, let's get real, customer service, we don't think a lot of the customer experience. We're so reactive. We're reactive to complaints. We're reactive to returns. We are reactive to um, just negativity. We're there to react. We're always on defense. We're always protecting ourselves. We're always like patching wounds and patching broken procedures and broken things, and we're always reactive, right? And I see that like all the time, back to back, business and business and businesses. They all have the same common topic of lack of customer service procedures, customer service in general. Customer service, when we talk about customer service, we're talking about um, the importance of the importance for our client to have a seamless experience. No bumps. I mean, if there are bumps, that's okay. You fix it. But we have to try to do everything possible to make the experience before the client becomes a client seamless. So let's think about it. Like it's not, from the moment the client sees our product to the moment when the client buys the product or service, it's before that, right? It's when you're already prospecting to following up retention of the client. So it's the whole like relationship you have with the client that has to be super focused on customer service. A lot of times with the clients, what's happening is that we have clients that, you know, they don't understand what or how to improve customer service, or they don't have customer service procedures at all, or like I just said, they're very reactive, they're not proactive. We think the customer service is just dealing with complaints and returns, which is the case, right? um and then we have and a lot of us don't take into account how to deliver a seamless experience um, for the customer. Because let me tell you something, or just think of yourself, right? When you go to a restaurant, right, your experience begins not when you sit at the table. Your experience begins when you're making that reservation, right? Um, So your experience begins when you're making the reservation to after you finished your food and you tell your friends about it. That's the life of a customer service experience, right? So we as business, we want to be in every facet, in every stage of that. We want to be able to control as much as we can of that experience. So what we need to understand is the customer service has a direct impact to our bottom line, right? The customer service has a direct impact to clients' experience throughout the whole experience. And customer service can break or make your business. And this is why. Because this contributes directly to retainability of that customer, right? Whether the customer will come back or not, and whether that customer would provide word of mouth and will therefore expand your business, expand your target audience, expand your customer base. So, what does that mean? It means that customer service has a direct correlation slash impact to your bottom line. So, what are the things that we can do to improve our customer service, to have a positive impact on our bottom line, to have a better um, retainability, and to have that, and to have word of mouth from our customers to expand our customer base? These are the few things that you can do. One of the things that I suggest you do, which literally does not cost any money, right, is you put yourself in your customer's shoes and be extremely, extremely critical, and pinpoint what can be improved in the experience of the client, in the customer's experience when, dealing with your product. So you basically audit your own business and see what are the bottlenecks, where can you improve, where can you have tangible difference in the way you deal with the customer to improve that relationship, to improve that experience. Because at the end of the day, we work with people that we like, right? It's just, it's your money. You don't want to give it to anybody. You want to deal, like, you want to work with people that bring a smile to your face, right? A lot of times it's not about the service, it's not about the product, because let's get real, like, the services and the products, there's so many people. Cheese, right? Like, unless you love cheese, a specific cheese sold in this specific place, you're not gonna go back, right? You're gonna experiment and you're gonna see, I like cheese, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go there. But why do you keep going back to the same cheese place? It's not just because of the cheese, it's because of the customer service. It's because you love the experience. You love feeling like a king. You love feeling like a queen, right? There are places, and I'm not gonna name it because I'm gonna do a business audit on in the upcoming weeks on this business. But there's this one place near to my house that we go to on a weekly basis. And the reason why we go there is because you get the cheese, but you don't just get the cheese. They let you try the cheese. They talk to you about the cheese. They like enamor you about the product they're selling. It's just, you get excited just getting there, like just walking through the door. So that type of customer service, customer experience is what you're looking for, right? That's like your gold star. So what I suggest you do is put yourself in your client's shoes and be extremely critical of your whole process, of your whole business, and see what can you improve. Um, what can be better? What can you do better? And a lot of times you don't even have to, um, like, you don't even have to um, put money in it. Like, you don't have to invest money in it, which is like super surprising to people. But a lot of times it's just changing the way you like you present something, right? It's about the presentation. It's about um so many little details that can be improved, that can make a huge significant impact on the client's experience, therefore customer service, therefore your bottom line. um and it's also fun too, like clients coming back for you and for the whole experience. It's a lot of fun. And I think that's why a lot of times, you go to Michelin star restaurants and people are like, but why do you pay so much money? And it's not just about the food, right? Because you could get sushi, um less priced omakases, you can. But a lot of times it's about that experience. It's about just sitting there and feeling like you're important because you need it, right? You just Sometimes you just want to feel like you're a queen or a king. Why not? We work so hard. Why not? So that's the one thing that you can do is be extremely critical of where you can improve your process, right? And you assess opportunities and strength. Then divide the solutions which can address the problems at hand based on complexity and time frame required to solve the problem, right? And then you assess strengths, and the strengths that you assess, they must be exploited. If we're doing something good, let's keep going and make it even better, right? Make it like more robust, because you want to exploit your strengths. Exploit those strengths, like they are your competitive advantage. That's where you want to put your money in. Exploit that. Why, like, don't fix something that's not broken, just like make it stronger, do it more. Like, and so another thing, and so that is that's one thing that you can do. And know this: your business must have a customer service set, a customer service procedure for onboarding, retaining, and informing your client, right? So the client can have a pleasant experience with your business. Um, there are small things that you can do that can improve, your customer service, your client experience, which has direct impact to your bottom line. I cannot say this enough. It's a huge difference because a happy client is the best thing you can have. It contributes to retention of clients, word of mouth, marketing, which is, we love that. Who doesn't love free marketing? I mean, in this world, nothing is free. So free marketing is not a bad. It's the oldest and best marketing tool, word of mouth. And this is one little, tiny tip. And it's a best practice, right? In order to have seamless customer service, branding and etiquette must be in tone with in referring to a client. So, in order to have a seamless customer experience, your business branding, and your business etiquette must be in tone with the customers in referring to a customer. So that's just a little bone top, a little interruption. If you're looking to scale your business, grow your business, and take your business to the next level, do DM me, do contact me. I am here for you. I am here to help you. You'll be having a partner without giving away equity. So do let me know. DM me, or leave a comment below, and I'll be in touch. Okay, let's get back to the video. So I hope you liked today's video. Let me know what else you like to hear. I am a fountain of knowledge. Do let me know, and thank you so much for sticking around. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye bye.